I have this deck of cards with powerful self-reflection questions. Today, I will randomly pick 5 cards to spark your own self-discovery journey. I will also be answering myself whatever comes, whatever the universe sends us today. Let's take the first card. And it says, what are your super skills? There's also written in Finnish. These cards are Finnish, but I guess you don't understand, or majority of you will not understand, so don't need to show that. So my super skills. I think probably now, when I have to think of it quickly, kindness and compassion are something that I have had since I was a kid, basically. And those are skills, or I don't know if they're actually skills, but kind of like qualities. Of course, you can also improve those, like how to have more empathy, for example. But they have enabled me to get so good connections, deep human connections in my life. And I believe that those are the things that actually create, or are one of the big pillars to create a fulfilling life. So I think many other people have as well, like a lot of empathy. They can show kindness, but I still consider, even though they might be common, I still consider them to be super skills. All right, let's take second card. How do you define success? If I remember correctly, I answered to this question already last year. And I have no idea how I answered to this. So, I mean, quickly to explain you, I did the similar video last year. I will link it to you after this video ends. But it would be curious to now know how I answered. Maybe I can go back to that later and check it. But how I defined it is having a balanced life. So there are different life areas. Probably you have heard me talk about this different in the past as well, but like physical area, mental, like emotional, spiritual, then your social area of life, and all these different things, that they are balanced. Because I can not, at least for me, think that I'm living a successful life if one of these isn't like balanced, so isn't, how can I say, improved, or on a level that at least I like it. So let's say that I have I'm very healthy physically and mentally. I have a lot of money and a lot of free time, whatever, but I don't have any friends. I don't have any people in my life. It's super lonely. I couldn't do that. Or I have all these different things, but I don't have physical health. I'm all the time at bed, I'm tired, I cannot do anything, I'm sick. I cannot see that as success. So that is how I would define it. So kind of to be rich in all areas of life. Okay, probably that's similar to last year's answer. Have to check that I'm recording. I am. That would be pity if all this wasn't recorded. Third card. What motivates you? Come on. So what motivates you? This is something that I believed for a long time, that there needs to be motivation to do something. And now I understand that it's quite the opposite. So there's first the action, and after that I get the motivation or inspiration to do something. So I would answer to this action, and like education, diving more deep into something is what motivates me. Like I wasn't at all into, let's say, running before, or YouTube videos. But once I started to do them, I was like, my God, this is amazing. And then I started to do it more and more and more. So yeah, I think, just to shortly answer, action is what motivates me. Next, how have you supported a friend recently? So one of my very good friend and his partner moved in together, and they asked me if I could go to help them to carry the stuff moving, and it was kind of in the middle of my workday as well. But still, I decided that he's such a good person that I don't care about my own stuff now, because he wouldn't ask if he really didn't need me. And I went there to help, expecting that there's a lot of people, like it's gonna be a quick thing. But there wasn't anybody else except them two, and then me, who showed up. And I don't know, of course, if they ask a lot of people or anything like that, but I don't think that matters. What matters is that they ask at least me, and I showed up. And I thought it would be quick, something like 1 hour, but it took like 5 hours. It was pouring, like raining so much at some point, and we were all soaking wet and all that. But still, I felt like that was important, probably like very important for him, but also for me, like for my spirit, for my soul. I felt like this day now had a purpose. I felt like I have now contributed somehow with my time and energy. So, of course, after that, he offered me a lunch and all that, so that was super nice. But yeah, that's how I have helped a friend recently. Next one. What gives you hope? This is something that I have to admit I haven't thought about a lot. Like, what gives me hope? But I think quickly to what comes in my mind first. I think that that's always important. Like, when you think of anything, what comes in your mind first? That's many times a clue to something important. And for me, in this case, it is seeing how other people are kind and loving to each other, and also to animals and the environment, and a lot of like living things that are in their environment. That gives me hope. Like seeing somebody that they don't have to do something good, they don't have to do something great, they could just like not do it, but they decide to do it. So let's say you are in a supermarket, like in the line, and it's your time to pay, and you forgot your wallet and you cannot pay your groceries, or maybe that's actually a lot, but like you want to buy some snack and it costs like $5 and you don't have the wallet, but then the person that is either behind you or ahead of you, they pay for it. And I've seen a lot of these videos online, and they give me a lot of hope. Like, that's amazing. That's doing something good. So I guess like contribution to one another, that and kindness, those give me hope. Okay. Next one. I think this will be the last one. So, I am comfortable when. So, I'm comfortable when there is a safe space that I can be fully me. I don't have to pretend to be anybody else. That's one. Like, this is socially speaking. Then if we think about other areas of life, like physically, I'm comfortable when I'm moving my body. I'm having hard time to be just on the sofa. And then the feeling after, I just talked about this with my running coach yesterday, the feeling after you have done a really good workout, and then that day, like after the workout, and the next day, if you don't have a workout, it's so good feeling when you're so relaxed, still on the sofa, and you know that you did a good workout. Like, that's when I'm really comfortable. But if I didn't do that workout, I'm on the sofa, somehow I don't feel that same feeling. It's maybe related to the fact that I feel like we should be moving our bodies as humans, like we don't do that enough these days in general as species. But yeah, and could there be something else? Spiritually, maybe. How am I comfortable? When I feel free, I feel that I don't necessarily need to become anything anymore. And I can just be, basically. That's when I feel comfortable. But if I start to get into this, like, loop of thought or this like negative spiral that I need to be all the time achieving more and getting more. And of course, all of us go still into this sometimes, like me included, and all the probably spiritual teachers included. It's just like how you react to that. But when I can be in the like very, I don't know if blissful is the right word, but at least like this, have this serenity, that's when I feel really comfortable to be alive. Yeah. Anyway, I could go on and on and on with these questions, but this video is already like probably 10 minutes long. So I'm gonna cut it here short. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these questions gave some inspiration to you as well, and you can answer these questions, of course, yourself as well, and maybe let me know in the comments. Remember to stay kind and meaningful in your own beautiful journey. Here's the video of last year if you want to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. See you there.